Okay, just basic beginners shadow boxing we're just going to focus on a little bit. The reason for shadow boxing is to help you to work little combinations, very simple combinations, to do some visualization also with people that you work with, sparring, opponents, techniques and skills that you want to focus on as well too. It's just a good way of low impact stuff. There's no impact whatsoever at all. It's just to make sure that you keep your movement and consistent, and you can do shadow boxing anywhere. Doesn't necessarily have to be within a gym. You can do it on holiday, at the beach, at home, etc. So there's always somewhere to hone your skills in boxing. So we're just going to go over the basic stuff. We're going over the beginner's techniques that we're focusing on, and then I'll do some movement and then explain exactly what I'm doing. So we always want to get into our stance. So I'll just do a little bit of shadow boxing just so that you can see what I'm doing. Then I'll give you a little bit of an explanation. Okay, basically what we did there is just I'm visualizing that I'm working with somebody in front of me. Someone who's throwing a jab, I slip, then I can jab to the body with that shot and movement. Throwing a right hand shot, I'm looking to counter, come back with a left hook, but also drop in with a right hand shot. So from here, I slip to the right, throw the right hand shot, slip past their right hand lead, and then come over with a left hook. So all I'm doing here is putting myself in position. I'm also using my hands to parry. So if somebody's throwing a jab, I'm looking to parry here and then counter with a right hand shot over the top, maybe come back with a left hook as well too. So I'm parrying, shoot the right hand, come back with a left hook. If the jab comes, I can slip the jab or dip under the jab as well. Also, I'm looking at using my jab to control the range of where my opponent is. So if they're coming in, I just keep them busy, staying here, using a little bit of my footwork, but not stepping in too far, controlling the range with my hands, keeping my chin down throughout that movement as well too. Any body shots that come in, I keep my elbows tucked in. So in case a left body shot comes in, I can block and then counter with my left hook over the top, come back with a right hand shot as a counter, an extra combination into that movement. So they come in with a body shot, I block, left hook, right hand. Same on the opposite side. Block, left hook, right hand shot, and then control the distance again. Everything is always off the jab whenever you're working. So you've got to bear in mind, think about your visualization with your opponent, what they're throwing. Throwing a jab, I'm slipping. Then I control that pace and range again. If they come with a body shot and drop into my abdominal area, all I do is tuck in. I don't move away too far. I've got to stay within range to be able to counter. So I bring my elbows in a little bit more. That's why I keep a narrow stance. Bring the elbows in, and then I'll counter or come back with an uppercut in that position. So right hand shot is dropping in. I can throw a right hand here, body shot, come back with a hook, or counter upstairs with that shot and motion. So that's the whole point of boxers consistently always do this drill, whether they're beginners, intermediate, and advanced. All you're doing is just tweaking the elements of your movements. So every round that you do within shadow boxing, try to do something slightly different. Try to imagine your opponent, you've got an aggressive opponent who wants to come onto you, and they want to consistently push you back. Think about your footwork, what you're doing, controlling that range with your hand, always keeping your footwork working all the time. And then every now and again, stepping back, a little bit counters that you can work with. Little blocks if your opponent is aggressive so that you can block and come back with a couple of shots. If your opponent is a little bit more of a person who likes moving around, think about what you're going to do to just cut off the ring, Get in position, still controlling with the jab, and know when you're going to be there. If somebody moves to the left or right, you can create the movement with your feet and get the pivot in. When you've got them in the space that you need, you can shoot 1 or 2 shots and then move. A person who's moving around all the time, you're not going to get so many punches off. You'll only get a couple. But if you're getting a couple of quality shots off, it's better to get a couple of good quality shots off rather than miss and get countered yourself as well. And if you've got somebody who's standing in position exactly coming onto you and you're a forward fighter, you just want to block and work in that position here. What you're going to do in positions, just get your blocks, work off little jabs in that position, turning angles, and most important, turning angles as well. Blocking and working with range, dipping, slipping, moving where you can. So constantly working all that footwork, the elements of slipping away and forward. And side view, working here, here, up, slipping, rolling, avoiding shots, countering off the shots as well too, keeping the distance, maintaining range, faking shots as well too, feinting with your hand. If I want to catch somebody to the head, feint downstairs and drop upstairs. Same way, if I'm working to the body and I can't get there with just a single shot, I feint and then disappear downstairs as well too. Just keeping small movements with the feet. Do not make any dramatic movements with the upper body or lower body. Keep everything nice and tight so that you're able to throw shots when you need to, but the visualization and maintaining that distance and range through your shadow boxing and working and controlling those techniques and honing your skills are just going to make you an even better fighter. So constant work on your drills every single time when you're doing it.